Okay, I'm gonna try. I advised when you have them blown out to go for what you want to do to the head first, because if you give them a break, they go get a drink or whatever, your beard's all wet and all that fun stuff. Um, so I can also see that, even though I don't know if you can see it or not, that I've plucked when he's been not blown out. I'm a little uneven in this area, so we'll do around his head and eyes. Sorry, dude. Whiskers hurt. Bus, stop. No. No. See, I told you he's a jerk for his head. Dude. Stand. This is one of the things that working with good light. If you're going to work inside, I would get yourself an arm lamp. But it helps you see the hairs that are need to come out, as well as that are uneven. So I'm leaving a lot more hair around his eyes than I used to, but that seems to get gicky and flat pretty quick, or soft pretty quick if I don't. So sometimes I'll do this more often than, because I also don't like it to look too untidy. My lighting is weird this morning. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. Stop. So, do you see that looks a bit better? He had this weird longer area right in here. I was keeping this all shorter before, but I just like the way that it looks with it being longer. And after spending that weekend with Meg, I do like a little bit more hair than, and it all depends on your head type too. He's a little lacking in stop or upturn. His nose, he's got a little bit more room here than what you'd like to see. Although I like it. I'd rather he have more room there. But you can, I don't know if you can see, let's see. Let's see, turn. By letting this grow, you can make it look like that his nose is really tight. But you do have to keep that nice and tidy, or it just looks like you've left a bunch of long hair between his eyes. Okay, and so tidying beard and getting your better shape, this is something Meg showed me, was to pull the ears up, comb everything, and then I just see the shape that I want. and pick all this longer stuff.
Stop.
And length. And do the same thing with. But I don't know if you can see how this would be a bad thing to not do it when he's blown out properly. Stop. Because if you've got a cowlick or he had a drink and its beard's going a different way, if he slept on it funny. And then when it's blown out too, this is a good time to see how your transition is going, and mine is really not great. This is one of those things, this change of leaving him hairier underneath, figuring out this transition has been different for me. Just realized you're not seeing what I'm doing. Sorry. See how there's a lot of hair right there? I hope you can see. So comb. And this is why getting your flat work down really tight right now, when you're starting to get back into a good routine, I think is important, because it's going to help you be able to get the shape that you're wanting, and it'll be a little easier to maintain it. And I know that, like, Eric Salas says, oh, do a little bit at a time. Yes, I agree. Once you've got it, but sometimes you just gotta pull a bunch because you've left it go too long. And then our distance from roving, I don't think you want to bald anything except potentially flat work, but and ears. But you can pull it back, tighter, and then let it grow, and then just pick at it. But I absolutely love this new Art Arrow conditioner. I'm obsessed with it, actually. Can you see this? I hope. See again how my transition really isn't great. Thought it was. But yeah, you'll comb it in all the directions it grows, but pull in the direction it grows is most comfortable, and it actually comes out easier. Stop. And then I'll pull like this around the rounding, just because it's an easier way to get that jawline, so you can see how it's sticking out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can in the light. Light is your friend. Don't ever try and strip without a good light. Unless you're just pulling hair on a dog that you want to get stripped down naked or something. You're just gonna, because I've done it. I've done it in some less than perfect light and then gone to work under my better lights and been like, oh crap, what the hell did I do? And see how this is the line I'm trying to get now. Stop, boss. Boss, you're making my hand numb. Sorry. It would be nice if I could actually see on a different screen what is going on in the camera. Okay. And for you, I just keep combing and pulling and combing and pulling. I'm probably not combing as much as I would think you should because a lot of that is my experience. I can see what I need to pull and know how much I need to pull, where you're going to need to visualize it. He hates to have this area around the base of his ears done too, but you don't want to get in front of here, in my opinion. Again, that's probably going to depend on your ear and head shape, but with him, I can't let that get too short. I gotta have something to work with because it kind of hides his bigger ears. And the fact that they rose versus... Actually, Meg called them a nice English ear when she saw them in Oklahoma. It's the first time she's actually really gotten to look at them. Bus. So I don't know if you can see, but you get your comb everything up and visualize round. And so there's a little bit sticking out here, pointy. Boss? And then you got to always deal with a moving target. And he's probably getting a little too fluffy for my liking up here, so. So, and I will use a knife. I have a smaller knife too, but just like the fine. This is more when you know you need to really shape or get a lot more moving. I do love this Eric Salas knife. Love, 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 love it. And then I forget how good it works. Should have gone after that with this area to begin with. But it also takes a lot more. So that's why the pink tool, the stone, you have a little bit more control so you're not taking too much at one time. So ways to think about having round is, or making round, I think I've told you that you want to go from the bottom and the top first, and then shape your sides. If you go after the sides, all you're going to do is elongate it. So, like I just pulled from the top, he's looking a bit more round now because I pulled from the top. There's a cat outside that fence, I think. Bus. I know. Bus. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe even pull my ears back a little bit. And then when you pull his ears nice and tight, it'll lay well. Okay, there's the head.